Alright, welcome back people. So in the last episode we put the elevated pedal hangers on, a modification that gives you more clearance so you can do better corners. And now we're going to properly test this new configuration of this dope machine. And guys, this is just like the intro, just one more little clip to finish this one up. And the video is going to be more of a chat, so that'll be in like half a minute. Make sure you don't go away. That was dope, wasn't it? These pedals really make a difference, guys. You can see them there, right? You can kind of see from that angle they're a bit higher. Just noticeably, barely noticeably, visually, but when you're on it, when you're standing on it, you can really feel the difference. Alright, so the pedal clearance is good, but the question of the new tyre still remains as to whether it's straight or not. Because you know the Sherman tyre, it's infamously wobbly, even when brand new, especially when brand new. Like lots of people receive their Sherman and it just wobbles like hell. Like it just feels so pretty much dangerous in my case when I got my Sherman brand new. But then when I put my tyre on myself for the first time, I got it really good. And this is the second time now I put the tyre on myself. So we're gonna see how straight is it. And straight away, you can see it's a bit wobbly. It looks wobbly, you know, like it kind of wobbles from side to side. But that's okay, because the last time I did it, it kind of looked like that too, but it felt super smooth. Right? When it was wobbly, it looked wobbly and it felt wobbly. Extremely wobbly. But we're going to go fast now and see if it feels like wrong at all. Because when it was super wobbly, it would start to feel like shit at around 45 kilometers per hour. So like 28 miles an hour. That's when it would start to like super wobble like hell. And then it would smooth out after like 55 kilometers an hour. So once you get to like 60, it felt smooth again because it's moving so fast that, like, you know, the wobbles just evened out. But then when I got it fixed myself, it was just smooth all the way. You know what I'm saying? And when it was wobbly, it was like really restrictive because to get past 45 kilometers per hour, you had to lean forward extra hard because the wobbles were so bad. It created a ton of resistance. But anyway, enough of that talk. Let's just go fast and see how it feels. So up to 45 and beyond, you know. Actually, I'm gonna find a good street here. Oh, it's feeling good, it's feeling good. It's feeling good, all right. Let's go up here. That feels good. I just got to 55. There was a corner there, so I couldn't go too fast. But yeah, we'll go up this street here and see how it feels. Yeah, it does. It feels good. And I just got to like 64, so that's like 40 miles an hour. Yeah, it's good. We got the tyre on properly, guys. So I guess now we do know how to put the tyre on here. I mean, it wasn't a fluke. You know, the first time I put it on... But I'm going back here to get my stuff. Look, my stuff is over here. Got my boost, juice, and my bag. My boosted bag. But yeah, when I put the thing on for the first time, I thought maybe it was just a fluke, you know? Maybe I got it centered just by accident. Because I did it like, the way I put it on, whoa, I was kind of like figuring it out as I went along, do you know what I mean? And I thought maybe next time I got to do this, it won't turn out so well, you know, I might not be so lucky. But it's 2 out of 2 now. And I used the same method. You know, like I put a bit of air in, then work around the tire, around the bead, you know, the line that goes around the bead, and just try to make it even, put a bit more air, even it out again, and just keep doing that until you can't move it anymore, until there's so much pressure in there that it just doesn't move. And that's it. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, you can see a bit of wobble, but more than good enough. It feels perfect. It doesn't look perfect, like you can see a little bit of wobble, but it feels perfect, so that's all that matters. And we're going to that reservoir again. That's the reservoir. I don't know if I'm down for any deliveries today. It's raining. Right now it just started raining, guys. My Sherman, guys. Sherman. 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 Friggin' veteran. They need to make more Shermans. They need to forget about Abrams and just make more Shermans. Sherman Max, Sherman Pax, Sherman Harrington, Rayner, Maximum, Maximilian. 150 volt. Beautiful. And I'm loving the extra clearance on this thing. There's the reservoir. 3 billion liters of water in there. 3 billion. Quite a lot of water. And now we're going down below the water level. And this dam better hold. See that dam? It's like a dam that holds all that water up, so it doesn't flow downwards, right, as water wants to do. See, look, it's pretty high up. See, all that water is being held back. So it doesn't end up submerging all of this stuff here. It's man-made, obviously. It's a man-made reservoir. So that water isn't really supposed to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's not natural. Naturally, that water would have flowed down. But it's being held by that dam, right? Pretty scary stuff. I mentioned it before, but I only realized that recently. And I always come here to meditate. You know, I lay down on the grass and meditate. Imagine if the dam failed while I was just laying here. It would be the end of the world. Not much you could do about that. And that's it, we're here. Sherman. And I don't have any slime in this tire. So I'm going to be careful not to drive over any, you know, any sketchy terrain where you might have like thorns and stuff. Drive over, I mean ride over. We don't drive these things, right? Well, I don't. If you drive these things, then why are you driving? How are you driving it? Imagine if you actually had like just, you know, just like a thought, not a thought experiment, but whatever it is. Just imagine like if in order to ride these things, you had to like accelerate and brake. Like, so you had an accelerator pedal on this side, a brake pedal on the other side, and a steering wheel. And everything else is the same though. Can you imagine riding these things? And a clutch. A clutch and a gear stick. So you shift gears. Once you hit about 30 miles an hour, you shift up. That's the thing, that's the funny thing about these. What we can say, and we can honestly say, like when someone says, how fast does this thing go? You know, people always ask, that's like the most common question, how fast? And they're expecting you to say like 30 kilometers an hour. And I'm gonna say it can do about 90 kilometers an hour in first gear. Just like a super bike, you know. It's like a 600cc sports bike, basically. In first gear, this thing will do 90 kilometers an hour. Like a V8 sports car. But little do they know, we've only got one gear. But we don't have to tell them that. Be like, it'll do about 90 in first gear, guys. Like, guy, whoever asks you, you know. For a normie, they'd be like, what? 90 in first gear? Like, what are you talking about? This thing's it's a freaking Segway. What are you talking about, dude? They would never believe it. All right. That's it, guys. Peace!